Boobies! Ugh. Oh, you suck it, dog. I am tired, and my head is throbbing. Like, yo, it won't stop. It's like a fucking heartbeat. It's like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, fuck. So, because my head's hurting, because I'm tired, because my day was eventful, even though it shouldn't have been, because I had no classes today because of the storm. Because if you don't know, in Buffalo right now, we're getting a pretty big storm, right? The Great Lake effect storms, and there's a lot of snow. We're talking about feet in a matter of hours. No, I'm sorry, feet, plural, in a matter of hours. And where I live, I'm like on the edge of the storm because South Buffalo is getting hit really hard, among other places. But where I live, it's weird. It's like half the sky is completely white, and then the other half of the sky is blue sky. I'm like, it's weird. Buffalo has some weird ass weather. During wintertime, fuck yeah, it does. So, for some reason, man, whenever you're walking, the wind and the snow, they're always in your fucking face. You're like, oh, just leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone, goddammit. So, let me talk about the chapter, because you're not here for my life. My life be like, ooh, yo, okay. One Piece! Well, One Piece. Chapter 763, 8? Yeah, fuck it, 68. Yo, this chapter is simple as fuck, but the two main key points is this. Number one, Law versus Flamingo. Again. Number two is pretty much Viola once again breaking down, because we've gotten several breakdowns of who's fighting who in which areas before, and I guess because the flashback appears to be over, we're getting another breakdown of who's fighting who in which region, and so on and so forth, and how these fights have progressed thus far. Now, let me start here. I do like the fact that we are at a flashback. Now, granted, I'm not saying that the flashback of Law was bad. In fact, arguably, the Law flashback is one of the saddest, if not the saddest, flashback in the One Piece series. But we want to see some real-time shit. And that's all we hear. We want to see what's happening with Don Quixote do Flamingo and his men. With our nigga Sabo. Our nigga Sabo. He's a universal nigga Sabo. With, hopefully at some point, Oda, you'll show us what's happening with Sanji and fucking Big Mom, huh? Yeah. Can we get to that, sir? Because if I see Sanji missing a fucking leg, I'm coming, Oda. I'm coming to you with a pitchfork and a pickaxe, okay? Look, alright. I swear to God. Alright, so let me get to the first point of the chapter. Number one, the breakdown, once again, of who's fighting who. And basically, nothing has changed. The Frankie and Senior Pink fight is still pretty much a gag fight. We have Senior Pink, like, he's gets in the way of, like, a stray cat and saves the stray cat while Frankie's punching him. And Frankie, like, feels kind of bad. So, man, that fight's still going on. Still a gag fight. Zoro and Pika hasn't changed at all. That's still happening. And there's no... It's still happening. It's still there, obviously. You have what's going on in the plateaus before the Royal Palace. And one of the plateau areas shocked me. So you have Diamante and you have Kiros, and they're still going at it. Apparently, Diamante, he's doing some type of skill, I forgot what it's called. But he, I think, is somehow controlling the ground around him, or the sunflowers around him, using his flag, no me, whatever it's called. So he's doing something. I think he's gonna make like some kind of like weird flag army, which I think I want to see. I want to see this because this actually may be very intriguing about what he's gonna do to the surrounding area. Because if he can control the surrounding area in a similar, not in an exact, but in a similar fashion, like Pika can control the surrounding areas, then Diamante is far more powerful than I first perceived. So that's fascinating. That's on the 4th level. Then the 3rd level, you have Robin, you have Bartolomeo, you have Cavendish against Gladius and the Nutcracker Dolls. I think it's the Nutcracker Dolls. I'm not too sure. No, well, no, hold on. Wait a second. No. Because Sugar was knocked out. So, I guess henchmen in general. Yeah, it's regular old henchmen. But, here's the thing. You got Robin, who I think is running up to level 4. Because Bartolomeo is protecting her. And Cavendish is the main combatant fighting against Gladius. And actually, it looks like he's getting sleepy, which means only one thing. The moment he goes night-night, boom, Hakuba, everyone's on the ground. Everyone's on the ground. It don't matter who the fuck you are, you're on the ground. You go night-night, you're done. And I want to see that too. So if Oda's going to showcase Hakuba shit against Gladius, I gotta see it. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or what about it. But here's what I think really took me aback. Here's what scared the fuck out of me. The 4th level. Now, the 4th level seems to be, you know, even in some parts. You have Mach Vice taking on the giant dude. You got Sai, who apparently, I think, incapacitated Baby 5. She can't move. So, like, she's, like, freeze-framed. And, you know, I mean, he's doing some of that Hashoken, you know, the good shit. The Fist of 8 Impacts. And then we got the other scenes that scared me. Now, we find out from Viola's commentary that, number 1, Dillinger, he is a half fishman of the Fighting Fish descent. What? Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. Dillinger is half Fishman. No. What? Like, that throws me because there was one guy in the Davy Back. He was half Fishman, half giant. And he was part of that, what were they called again? Whatever, man. It was like some baboon. It was like some dude with like, he looked like a weird white, I don't know, fuck it. Whatever, man. All I remember was that Sanji and Zoro kicked ass. Point here was that you have a kid now who's apparently Dillinger's half fishman. Did not see that coming. Apparently he knows fighting fish shit. I never heard him say anything involving, you know, like fishman karate. Like, you know, Jinbei always stands up and shit. Yeah. I'm very shocked about that. That surprised the fuck out of me. But even more so, because he's fighting against, what's his name again? Ideo. But even more so, here's what really got to me, man. My nigga Don Chin. Taken out, apparently, by Lao Ji of the Earth Sage Fist. Fuck is the Earth Sage Fist? I mean, Sage, yeah, because he's old as shit, but that really surprised me. I am not gonna lie to you. I have the clip too, man. I have the clip. This dude took out freaking Don Chinjao. This guy. Gee, this dude. Yo, that never gets old, son. That's on my fucking head, dude. Yeah, my fucking head, dog. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't get old, man. He's coming out with the G. I'm like, what the? And he's fucking Earth Sage Fist apparently right now is trumping the Fist of 8 Impacts. The head of 8 Impacts. No, I call foul play. I call foul play. You can't tell me that Don Chinjiao is being taken out by Lao Ji. Well, I'm gonna blame him on fatigue and the fact he's already wounded, and you know, I guess I'm hoping he's older than Lao Ji too. I don't know, because the older you are, the weaker you become. So that's what I'm hoping for, because fucking Lao Ji, he kicked Don Chinjiao in the chin. All right, so that fight again, that was the real shocker to me among the sub fights. Now, getting back to the main meat, Law and Flamingo, very similar. I mean, because they're going back and forth, and all the while, Law's talking about Luffy and how he's a D. How does it make you feel that he's a D? He has a huge D, yeah. I saw that shit, yeah. It's pretty fucking big. Yeah. By the way, I have a huge D. I'm a D. What the fuck you talking, dude? So Flamingo's getting pissed here for obvious fucking reasons. He's like, enough of this shit. Like, can we just fucking fight? Like, can I just kill you and call it a damn day? Like, I don't want to listen to you as you ramble about this D. Like, this is some really suspect shit right now, Law. Like, this is some really suspect shit. Like, it makes you question the reasons why you teamed up with Monkey D, Luffy. Maybe you guys practice sword fighting at night. I don't know. Like I don't know. It makes you question, right? It makes you take a step back and look at things from a greater perspective. Like, what the fuck's happening right now, Law? Like, you wanna sit down and talk about it, dude? Yo. But either way, the point here, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Here's the point, though. The point here is Law is besting Flamingo. Like, Flamingo at some point winds up, because I remember it, because I'm not gonna go back fully to that page, but because I remember what happens, pretty much. What happens is that you have Law. They go out of flashback. Law, I think, throws a rock behind, oh no, either a rock is thrown behind Flamingo, or it just happens to be falling down like rubble. And it's falling behind Flamingo. Flamingo strikes at Law. And then Law teleports behind Flamingo. He tries to stab him in the back with a sword. Flamingo blocks. He grabs the sword with Armitaki. And then he pulls Law in for a strike. Swipes with the strings. Law blocks with his own Armament Haki. Now that's the first time we've seen Law, I believe so, use Armament Haki to that extent. Like actually hardening one's body. So that was impressive. Okay, so finally we get to see, Law using the hardening function of Armament Haki. Now, from then on, and apparently like the strike, the shockwave goes past Law, and then it cuts like the stab of the palace. And then while he's blocking, he says, "I'm also a D too," because Flamingo gets really agitated when hearing about this whole D thing. And then here's where things get a little bit freaky. So we go back to the fight at the end of the chapter, and you have Law, and I have the page saved right here. I'm looking at it right now. And he says, "You're a D ? A secret name, eh?" And then you have Treyball looking on as they're fighting, and Treyball, he sees that Flamingo's getting a little bit too rambunctious, a little too reckless. But then he says this: "Dolphy, be careful. You're within the D power sphere of influence." What? What the fuck? Dolphy, Dolphy, be careful. You're within the D's power sphere of influence. The D powers, excusez-moi, sphere of influence. Sphere of influence. So, like, what? Is that like a Jedi fucking mind trick? Like, can he just manipulate fuckers without them realizing? Like, is that what's happening right now? Like, is Law in the midst of this fight going like, you are not a Shichibu guy? And he's like, oh shit, I'm not. Oh shit, man. Like, is that what's happening right now? Like, I don't fucking know, because we do know that Luffy has that power to, well, that quote unquote power to attract folks to him, but Treyball's aware of that. Like he knows that the D's have like this sphere of influence that they utilize, either willingly or instinctively, I suppose. So that threw me off big time. Like, apparently Dofu was getting so riled up, and it's not because, you know, Law tricked him or because Law did it on purpose. It's because of this so-called D sphere of influence. That's odd. It's odd. It really is something that I'm not considered being a power per se, unless it was fucking damn Star Wars. But apparently it looks like Oda, according to Treyball, he may have incorporated something special among the D's when it comes to them being able to influence others around them. Not just in a good way, but also in a bad way too. And you have, again, someone like Flamingo, who normally is calm, cool, collected. He's getting very heated, and he's rushing in there. And instead of saying, oh, well, that was a tactical move on Law's part. No. Again, like the last time, it is within the D Power's sphere of influence. That's some strange ass shit. So I'm fascinated by that. And then it ends off with Law being able to stab Flamingo in the abdomen with the sword and doing something called an injection shot, I believe it's called. As if like he injected some sort of substance within Flamingo. And Law has the upper hand. I mean, it's odd because Flamingo before, he was fucking punking Law on the bridge. Oh, he was punking him. It was like a little joke. Yeah, one scratch called damn day. But now Flamingo is really, he's really in a bind, I believe. So, I mean, if Law injected Flamingo with some type of substance that is going to either A, kill Flamingo, which I doubt it, B, going to inhibit his fighting ability, which probably is the case, or C, it's not really injection, but more so that's what the attack was called. Like, as if like you were taking a needle and stabbing someone in a certain part of their body, you're doing the same thing with the sword. So maybe it's just an actual thrusting maneuver. So, because I'm thinking about, like, what could Law inject into Flamingo? Like, does his sword have like some type of like hidden compartment with some type of poison, like on some crocodile shit? So I'm not too sure, but it is fascinating. Now, to wrap it up, the review, I find it, again, very odd that you have Flamingo, who beforehand punked the living shit out of Law, now really being in a situation where he has to struggle in order to beat Law. Like, that's the way it seems at this point in time. And I'm not too sure if I like the way they're going about it. I mean, I understood that given the context of this fight, Law is the primary fighter, and I guess Luffy's gonna come back in and help Law against the real Flamingo body once he's done against the clone. But still, within the grand scheme of power established thus far, Flamingo was worlds above them. So for Flamingo to be in this position right now, getting stabbed in the abdomen by Law because of this power sphere of influence, the sphere of influence, it seems almost like a cop-out. It does. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just really does. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how things pan out, but for now, I'm gonna say that I have mixed feelings on this so-called Law taking control of this fight. So I'm done. The chapter overall, I think, is a good plus, and I'll see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Actually, I think it's a good chapter. Overall, flat good. Peace. Have a nice damn day.